What's up? It's Caesar here, hanging out with Close on Mondays, repping the 715, King of the 715, P-Town Marinette, all them good places. Shout out to everybody, Smalls Legacy, Boss Squad. What's up? I started writing when I was like 18, 19. When I got locked up, when I started writing everything down and stuff. Came home when I was like just before I turned 23. Started recording soon after that, and it's just been all uphill since then. Originally, what got me into everything was words were kind of my escape from what was going on in my head. A lot of my beginning stuff was all emotional, mental, moving music. Then I found out that I could get all my old nightmares and stories and everything out too, and people could relate to them. So I veered off in that direction. Now I just kind of got a whole collaboration of all sorts of art that I do when it comes down to my music in different styles and stuff. So like, I've always loved music and doing music and everything, but there's been ups and downs and stuff where obviously you hit some low points where everything kind of flatlines and plateaus, and I think that's the hardest part about it. I've never really had a group around me that would let me quit. I've definitely had thoughts about just stopping and just doing regular lifestyle stuff, but I don't know, my people around me just won't let me quit, so I guess it's a good sign, right? I was probably like 24, 25 when I finally decided that like this is something that I really just like want to pursue. I had to get the first couple shows out of the way. My first couple shows were just kind of awkward. Like, I'm kind of an introvert kind of person, so I didn't really like dealing with people, so I had to deal with that a little bit. But yeah, when I was like 24, 25, I kind of just started running with it, you know, started really pushing, and I don't know, everything just started turning out the way that I envisioned it to be, and definitely taking the steps and stuff that I need to take. So originally when I started, like, obviously with motivational music and inspirations and emotional music, one of my biggest influences was Pac, like everybody else. Like, Pac and Biggie are always the two people that people look up to, chasing a ghost. As I've developed though, I've really took big influences from artists like Machine Gun Kelly, Yale Wolf. I just like the more rock, hard style stuff. Songs that people that like to rock out can mosh to and stuff like that. So I'm kind of veering off in that direction. I like doing stuff like that. Just it's a lot more fun to perform that way when the crowd can get up and jumping and everything together with you, and you're not the only one hopping around trying to get people going with your actions. So I'd say right now my biggest influence is probably Machine Gun Kelly, and a little bit of sprinkle here from local artists from where I come from, like Antoine Smalls and K2 and people like that. Ways that chasing the music really affects me is kind of like, you know, little interviews where I gotta travel, you know, hop in Tahoe and just travel for hours to get to shows where I come from. The only shows that I put on are shows that I put on, and they're dope, but you know, I'm the one that puts everything into it. So if I want to do shows elsewhere, like I gotta travel an hour, 2 hours to do shows to grow my fan base and stuff like that. Definitely a lot of nights where I go off of 2-3 hours of sleep, just writing, working, go to record, come home, and then try to spend time with my family and everything. It's definitely hard on the family, but luckily I got a good family that understands and they support me, so they stick around. Yeah, they never let me quit, like even when I want to stop, like they won't let me quit. So like right now, when it comes down to like the rap industry the way it is, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of mumble rap. I'm kind of stuck in like the old school. 90s was like the golden era for all sorts of music. When it comes to rock, rap, hip hop, R&B, country. You know, 90s is kind of what I'm stuck in. Like I feel like that was the spot where it was at. Obviously, the evolution of everything, the sounds and everything. I love the new sounds. I just think that we could all use a little bit more supportiveness and help from each other. You know, I don't like the whole everybody downing on each other and stuff. Like I don't dig that. Like I don't see the positivity and all that. It comes down to what type of music I do. I do a lot of different styles. I obviously like club bangers and stuff like that, but I'm more inclined to do like emotional, motivational music. That's just where I come from. I believe in positivity. I don't like negative. Absolutely hate negative energy and shit. Like I said, I'm leaning a little bit more towards like the hard rock type stuff right now. I just think it's fun, so I guess we'll see where that goes. If I could collab with any artist, dead or alive, dead, I would definitely say Pac. I mean, everybody, like I said before, everybody chases the ghost. In my eyes, Pac was always the best. He's still the best. He'll be the best until someone indefinitely proves that they got him beat, which I don't see happening in the near future at all. Live, Machine Gun Kelly. Like, I just love his performances. I love his music, from the motivation, inspiration to the hard rock, everything. I love it. I love the style. I got a little bit of Pac. It depends where we're going. I like listening to Pac. If we're going to a show, I try to stick with more modern stuff. I'll throw a little bit of J. Cole on or something like that. Wayne, classic Wayne. Machine Gun Kelly, Eminem, Yeah Wolf, all up in that list. It depends what the mood is. If I'm just chilling, it's a lot of old school 90s stuff. But if we're going there to put a show on or something, I'm bumping Kevin Gates and Machine Gun Kelly. Those are the two artists that I feel get me going the most when I need to put a show on for people. Who do I listen to that people wouldn't think I listen to about my music? Miguel. Like I just like the man. I just like the feeling behind his music, singing. I like a lot of lovey-dovey stuff. I ain't gonna lie. It sound ridiculous, but like there ain't nothing more positive than bumping uglies. You know what I mean? So R&B, like I just rock with R&B. Jodeci, you know, stuff. A little bit of Boyz II Men. If my girl gets a hold of the playlist, just bumping Boyz II Men. You know, that old good love stuff. Like I love that shit. I don't really do a whole lot of stuff outside of music. You know, I got my work life, my family life. I hang out with my girl and the kids and stuff. I go hang out with the bikers. You know, I got a lot of different circles that I stop by. But aside from music, like I really don't have a side life that I go to do. I just got a bunch of different little cliques that I hang out with and stuff. Between the bikers and the old retired hustlers, and you know, get knowledge from the people that got knowledge to give. That's mostly what I do. I hang out with people who have knowledge that they can offer. Right now, we kind of got our own little thing going on with Born Ready Music. Everybody supports each other. You know, we rock hard together. It's all good vibes. If it came down to a major label, I guess it'd pretty much come down to money. If I could go on a tour with anybody, I still go with Machine Gun Kelly. I got Machine Gun Kelly. Just anybody who really likes to turn up, you know. Kevin Gates, Machine Gun Kelly, Wayne, if he ever goes on another tour. I know he's getting old and everything, but you know, it's something that'd be fun. Like obviously, the exposure will be there no matter what, but I want to have fun while I'm doing it. Just any of the people that have ever influenced my music, that would be my dream to go on tour. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Instagram, Caesar Reddington, Facebook, Caesar Reddington, Twitter, Caesar Reddington, all Caesar Reddington. If you want to look up my videos, YouTube, Caesar Reddington.
I'ma be a visionary, scared to make a move, but I'm so done with being scared. Mediocre, but I'm gonna be a fucking legendary. Motivation to the kid who's sick of being secondary. Parolee out of prison, do not say probationary. Preach what I believe, but I am not a missionary. The judge is not impressed at my preliminary hearing, and he chew my ass out for the way that I was seeing my life up in the wrong direction, lacking all affection. I was sick of the rejection, so I turned into infection of the city that I loved and grew up in with all my family. Thought it was a shit, and I thought I was the man, and that a joke on me. Didn't know what I was talking about. Heavy hit a homie took, thought he gonna walk it out. Prison sucked, man. They the load, they unlocked the door. We thinking it was worth the dog? Please just knock it off.